Picture this. A young man from Tupelo, Mississippi, steps into a recording studio and transforms two songs into timeless masterpieces that would define generations. Elvis Presley didn't just sing Unchained Melody and All Shook Up. He breathed life into them, creating emotional earthquakes that still reverberate through music history today. These weren't just performances. They were cultural phenomena that showcased the raw power of authentic artistry meeting perfect timing. In 30 seconds of either song, Elvis could make you believe in love, rebellion, and the transformative power of rock and roll. Long before Elvis made Unchained Melody his own, the song carried a haunting beauty that spoke to the deepest corners of human longing. Written by Alex North and Hy Zarrett in 1955 for the film Unchained, the melody was already a masterpiece, waiting for the right voice to unlock its full potential. The song's original purpose was to underscore the emotional weight of prisoners yearning for freedom and love, themes that would prove prophetic for Elvis's own complex relationship with fame and personal freedom. When various artists recorded their versions throughout the 1950s and 1960s, each brought something unique to the table. The Righteous Brothers' soaring harmonies made it a radio sensation, while other interpretations explored its gospel roots and classical undertones. Yet something was missing, that indefinable quality that transforms a beautiful song into an eternal statement. The melody itself seemed to be waiting, patient as a lover's promise, for someone who could channel not just technical perfection but raw, unfiltered human emotion. The song's structure was deceptively simple, verses that built like gentle waves, leading to a chorus that crashed with the force of oceanic yearning. Its lyrics spoke of time's passage, of hearts growing hungry, of love that transcends physical barriers. These themes would prove to be perfectly suited for an artist who understood both the ecstasy and isolation that came with extraordinary talent and fame. What made Unchained Melody special wasn't just its melodic beauty or poetic lyrics. It was the song's ability to serve as an emotional vessel, capable of carrying whatever depths of feeling the performer brought to it. This quality would prove crucial when it eventually found its way to the man who would make it immortal, transforming it from a beautiful ballad into a transcendent experience that could move audiences to tears with a single phrase. In 1957, rock and roll was still finding its voice, and Elvis Presley was its most electrifying spokesman. All Shook Up emerged from this creative cauldron as something entirely new, a song that captured the physical and emotional upheaval of falling in love with an energy that matched the era's revolutionary spirit. Written by Otis Blackwell, the same genius behind Don't Be Cruel, the song arrived at a moment when Elvis was transforming from a regional sensation into a global force of nature. The recording process itself was electric with possibility. At Radio Recorder's studio in Hollywood, Elvis and his band created magic through spontaneous collaboration and instinctive musical chemistry. The song's driving rhythm, punctuated by Elvis's distinctive vocal hiccups and the band's tight instrumentation, created a sonic landscape that was both raw and polished. This wasn't just music. It was controlled chaos, the sound of youth refusing to be contained by conventional boundaries. All Shook Up represented more than just another hit single. It embodied the cultural shift happening across America. The song's lyrics spoke in the language of teenage romance, but its underlying message was revolutionary. Emotions could be wild, uncontrolled, and beautifully chaotic. For young people growing up in the conservative 1950s, this was a revelation that their feelings were valid and worth expressing, even if they made adults uncomfortable. The song's commercial success was staggering, spending 8 weeks at number 1 and becoming one of the defining tracks of early rock and roll. But beyond the charts and sales figures, All Shook Up achieved something more significant. It gave voice to a generation's desire to feel everything more intensely, to love more passionately, and to live more authentically. Through Elvis's dynamic performance, a simple love song became an anthem of liberation. Elvis Presley possessed a voice that defied categorization, a musical instrument capable of conveying the full spectrum of human emotion with startling authenticity. His approach to both Unchained Melody and All Shook Up demonstrated his extraordinary ability to inhabit songs completely, making them extensions of his own soul rather than mere performances. This wasn't imitation or interpretation. This was musical possession, where the artist and the art became indistinguishable. With Unchained Melody, Elvis employed a vocal technique that bordered on the spiritual. His voice moved from whispered intimacy to soaring power, each phrase carefully crafted to maximize emotional impact. He understood that the song's beauty lay not in vocal acrobatics, but in honest vulnerability. When he sang of hunger and yearning, listeners believed every word because his delivery carried the weight of genuine feeling. His voice became a conduit for universal emotions, allowing audiences to experience their own deepest longings through his artistry. All Shook Up showcased a completely different aspect of Elvis's vocal personality, his ability to embody youthful exuberance and sexual energy without losing musical sophistication. His vocal delivery was playful, yet precise, spontaneous, yet controlled. The famous vocal hiccups and rhythmic breathing weren't gimmicks. They were natural expressions of the joy and excitement the song conveyed. Elvis understood that rock and roll was as much about attitude as melody, and his voice became the perfect vehicle for this new musical language. What set Elvis apart was his refusal to simply sing songs as written. He inhabited them, lived within them, and transformed them through the force of his personality and extraordinary natural talent. Whether delivering the tender vulnerability of Unchained Melody or the infectious energy of All Shook Up, Elvis demonstrated that great artistry isn't about technical perfection. It's about the courage to be completely authentic, to hold nothing back, and to trust that genuine emotion will always find its audience. The lasting impact of Elvis's performances of Unchained Melody and All Shook Up extends far beyond their chart positions or sales figures. These recordings became cultural touchstones, songs that defined not just an artist's career, but an entire generation's understanding of what popular music could achieve. They demonstrated that entertainment could be art, that commercial success could coexist with genuine artistic expression, and that a single voice could speak from millions of hearts. Unchained Melody became Elvis's signature ballad, a song forever, associated with his later career and the bittersweet beauty of his final performances. When he performed it during his 1977 concerts, audiences witnessed something profound, an artist using his gift to transcend his own mortality, creating moments of pure emotional connection that outlasted the man himself. The song became a testament to love's enduring power and art's ability to preserve human emotion across time and circumstance. All Shook Up, meanwhile, established the template for rock and roll as a force of cultural change. Its success proved that music could challenge social norms while bringing people together across racial and generational lines. The song's energy and attitude influenced countless musicians who followed, from the Beatles to Bruce Springsteen, all of whom understood that Elvis had shown them a new way to connect with audiences through authentic, emotional expression. Together, these songs represent the full range of Elvis's artistic achievement, the tender vulnerability and explosive energy that made him unique among performers. They remind us that great art isn't about perfection. It's about connection, about the mysterious alchemy that occurs when exceptional talent meets the right material at precisely the right moment in cultural history. Through these recordings, Elvis didn't just entertain. He expanded the possibilities of what popular music could accomplish and what it could mean to people's lives. Elvis Presley's interpretations of Unchained Melody and All Shook Up stand as monuments to the transformative power of authentic artistry. These weren't just songs. They were emotional experiences that continue to move listeners decades after they were recorded. They remind us why Elvis remains the king, not because of fame or fortune, but because he possessed the rare ability to make music that speaks directly to the human heart. Ready to experience the magic yourself? Dive into Elvis's complete catalog and discover how the king of rock and roll transformed not just these songs, but the entire landscape of popular music. The revolution is still waiting for you to join.